What is going on, guys? Warfare Messiah here, and today we're doing the second episode of Battle Report at the bloody hard-won victory at Verdun. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. Now, the first major thing that happens is the French push C right in the centre of the map, because us, the Germans, were holding C on above ground. The French sneakily snuck below ground, so we all had to flood in there to sort them out. So I throw a stick grenade here, but the French have a similar idea, and I'm taken out. And it's similar stories throughout the fighting here. It's just pure chaos. Luckily, a friendly medic is nearby, and I've got to say, the medics were quite good in this game. So up I get, back to fight the French. And it appears that we have actually pushed them out, but they're trying to get back in through this door. So what we try to do is dig in, stop them getting back underground so that we can get a firm hold of C. And now I can't quite see them through all the gas and the smoke. So there's a lot of blind fire that goes on, hoping for a hit. Now I fire this round, and I get a hit. So I fire in the same place again, and I get a kill. One more blind fire. And that's what confirms to me I think the French have gone. So I decide to push out of the tunnel. And this time as revenge, I noticed that guy. That wasn't out of revenge, I forgot about him. I noticed that guy, who was obviously the last of the people trying to push into the tunnel. And I think I'm going to try and push some of the French positions. And I noticed a scout up top. I can't quite get him from down here, so I decide to run up and try and take him out. And there he is, lying to my... Yep, but my ally gets him. And now, you probably noticed I only have 10 rounds of my machine gun left, so I'm not doing too good on ammo. But I still try and push the French position because I do have a good secondary weapon, which is a quadruple barreled shotgun. So I try to push the French, and I noticed the French have had a similar idea, and they've pushed B. So I have to fall back, and that's when I trip on an incendiary grenade. So what I do is I hit the deck, and that actually puts out the fire faster, and that's pretty much the only reason I'm alive. But you'll notice that isn't for long. So I move forward, and this is when I get shot in the ass. And no, I am gone. And well, I am gone because I get back up and get shot immediately. Though I am dead. There we go. The allies, my allies have managed to secure B, and the next phase of the battle begins. The enemy have retaken C, and they've snivelled underground as per usual. So I try to go in to flush them out yet again. But this time it appears I am alone, and I fail. Now, a friendly medic does try and come down and save me, but unfortunately for him, he suffers my fate, as you've just seen there. However, a few friendly Germans come down into the underground hole and start securing C again. And C jumps from French to German, throughout the whole game. And when I respawn here, initially planning to help retake C, I notice the French, the little swines, have tried to take A right back at our spawn. So I think, well, they're going to flank us if they're able to spawn there. So it is of the utmost importance that we take A before C. You've got to learn to walk before you learn to run. And I see some French soldiers in the distance, so I try short bursts to avoid recoil. And then this dude walks right in front of me, none the wiser. Unfortunately, I get hit by a grenade because there was just too many French soldiers for me to handle. But then I notice one of my squad mates has come straight from the German spawn, and I think his plan was to camp on the hill as a scout. But I can use him as a spawn point, and I move down into A. Now what I notice when I come around the corner is I see some tracer come from a window. There was the tracer. He fired an AT rocket, and that meant there was a Frenchman in the window because there was no allies on the map. So I heard a stick grenade. I don't know what this guy was trying to do. He could have just shot me, but I managed to get him, and then his friend got me. Now, I got the guy in the window with the stick grenade. Unfortunately, I fell. But it's not over yet, as when I spawn back in, a lot of Germans have the similar idea of trying to take A. Trying to take A. So when I run down, I'm running down alone. However, a lot of the Germans that take B, once they've taken B, come down to take A.
We have taken
a lot more Germans have flooded into the town. So I run in, expecting little resistance, and that's exactly what I get. And that sums up the resistance pretty much. And this gas grenade. And as easy as that, A is back in German hands. And we can try and push back at the French now. Now for cheekily trying to take A, I want some revenge against these French. So I push their home position and realise a whole bunch of French were there back facing me. So I try and get them all. I get my little secondary out since it's close range, and I shoot this Frenchman here. And I continue up the hill in a hope to beat the French. And there's this one Frenchman here who I have on the ropes. He's thrown an impact grenade, and I go down like a sack of potatoes. Now this is about as far as we get up the hill. However, we do try again, and we do get further up the hill. So I get my ammo ready, and I prepare for the second push up the hill. And once I've reloaded all my guns, I force my way up the hill. And the first thing I notice is a Frenchman in the trench. And he hasn't noticed me, and I don't want to use up too much ammo, so I bayonet charge him. And I notice someone on the map, turn around, and he's obviously been trying to melee kill me, thinking it's fancy, and I just shoot him. There's someone in the distance, so I try short bursts to avoid recoil, but to no avail. So, I continue my push up the hill. I don't know what I'm going to encounter, other than French troops everywhere, and I notice someone head on. So I open fire, take him out. And I just noticed to my left a little bunker I can jump in for cover, because I'm advancing out at the open at the minute. So I move into the destroyed bunker and head underground. Now that I'm underground, I try and push into the French trench, and I notice a Frenchman up ahead, and I get a very large surprise when one comes right around the corner. So I try to push back out of the tunnel again, and there's another Frenchman doing a battle leap. But he has thrown a frag grenade, and I am taken out, and my push is finished. And it's a similar story across the board with my German friends. They don't stay up the French hill for too long. So I spawn back into the desperate attempt to force the French right back to their spawn, and we do actually gain a foothold. We gain objective E, which is right near the French spawn. So we try and hold it for as long as we can to rack up those points, and we don't hold it for too long. However, it's enough to win us the game because we own the majority of the map. And the longer we hold on here, the more vital points for victory we get. Unfortunately, we don't hold on for too long, but it was long enough to secure victory for the German Empire. So we held our ground long enough to rack up the points for victory. Realising that they have no hope of victory, the French desperately try to retake A right back at our spawn. So the whole French team, I'm not exaggerating when I say this, the whole French team swarms to A, and all the German team swarms there as well, and this is the final showdown. And the French are desperately trying to take A to secure victory for themselves. However, it's too late. The Germans have won the day, and we move in to retake A, but we don't even need to do that. It's too late for the French, and the German Empire wins. This is Warfare Messiah, and my disciples, I will see you in the next video.
If you made it this far through the video, well whoop-de fucking do, what do you want a medal?